YouTube, I was late starting the stream. I had this really great open, probably the greatest open we've ever had on the show, but you'll never see it because I forgot to push the button. But anyway, thanks for joining us. Like I said, Dave Hickey will join us coming up on the program today. Of course, the athletic director, University of Arizona, will talk to him about going to San Diego State this week for the Cats kicking off the football season. Arizona Insiders, every day, 5 o'clock. Did you just crack your knuckles?
I didn't think it was going to be that loud. My apologies.
Crack it again. Ow. Ouch.
Yeah, no, mine have...
You're going to get soft tissue damage.
I mean, I've heard that, but at the same time, it's...
Oh, no. My little finger, I could crack it whenever I want. I just go sit like that. And I cracked it for probably, maybe 30 years. And then finally one day the tendon just gave out.
Ooh.
Yeah, don't do that. Oh,
I can do that with my left hand. I can't do it with my right.
Yeah,
where I make the fist, and it just all of them go.
Anyway, thank you for ruining the open of the program. There goes our perfect show. So Dave Hickey's going to join us. I don't know. Do you think Dave Hickey cracks his fingers?
I doubt it. He's probably
Do you think he's a nail biter?
I think he's working through too much paperwork to really do anything with his hand.
Do you think he's a? I know he's a pacer.
Oh, yeah, no,
he's
absolutely.
a big-time pacer.
Absolutely.
You ever want to say hi to Dave Hickey? Just go stand next to the concession stands at an Arizona football, basketball, baseball, or softball game. He cannot sit still.
Oh, no. He's always seemingly on the move.
You know, if you ever need a place to sit during a game, go sit in his seat because he's never in it.
Yeah.
So Dave will join us. And then what I was going to say before I was rudely interrupted by Dragon Ball's cracking of his knuckles, we've got a treat for you today. You know, we've really gone out of our way this year to line up Arizona Insiders. One of the things when I came back to the station that we said is we wanted to get insiders. We didn't want to get message board warriors. We didn't want to get tweeters. We didn't want to get people that you hear all the time. We said we wanted to get great journalists. We want to get great writers. We want to get our own insiders in here that really are going to share with you what's going on with Arizona football. So this year we really got after it. So you hear from the Captain Kelvin Eef on every Monday recapping the game. On Wednesday, you hear from Brian Jeffries, the voice of the Arizona Wildcats. Is there anybody more trusted than him? I think not. Friday, you get Glenn Howell, Arizona letterman, part of our 1290 pregame crew, previewing the game. Okay? Then this year, we said, what else can we do to bring you the very best in Arizona and Pac-12 coverage? So here's what we've done. We went out and secured the services of Lamont Hundley.
Ooh.
Legendary Arizona football player. The Hundley brothers are about as iconic as you can get in the program. He's going to join us. Lamont's going to join us every Tuesday at 5 o'clock to talk Arizona football. And he doesn't pull any punches. So I think you're going to enjoy that conversation. And then I said, well, we need to cover the Pac-12 as a whole. What do? Well, I went out to a very dear friend of mine, someone that comes on the program quite a bit, but said, let's do this as an every week thing. So Pac-12 Network's Roxy Bernstein will join us every Thursday, previewing the entire Pac-12 conference and what will go on for the football season. So if you've got Kelvin, Lamont, Brian, Roxy, Glenn, pretty good lineup.
That is a solid lineup.
We'll supplement that on Wednesdays. Al Borges, who's been an offensive coordinator in the SEC, the Big Ten, and the Pac-12, he's going to join us to talk football every Wednesday now that the season's getting going. And we got a couple more surprises for you. And might be announcing something that you will enjoy as far as expanded coverage of college football here on 1290.
Oh, really?
I got a lot going. By the way, you know, we've been running the promo 98 games. Well, I hate to tell you those are wrong.
Oh, what?
Yeah, we're now going to pump it up to 100 college football games, NFL football games this season. We're doing 100, and we'll probably end up doing more than 100 games. So just to get us in the college football mood, get us in the football feeling, we've added a game on Thursday. We're going to bring you Penn State Purdue starting at 4:30 on Thursday. Why are you looking at me like I'm crazy?
When does that game kick off?
That's Thursday. That's this Thursday.
Thursday.
I got more college football, NFL football than we know what to do with.
Wait, this Thursday we've got football.
Thursday,
My goodness.
I've got Penn State and Purdue. Then we've got Arizona and San Diego State on Saturday. Thursday, we come back. A week from Thursday, we come back with a kickoff of the National Football League on Thursday Night Football, which on television's on Prime. Here, it'll be on 1290. Then we're going to give you, oh, by the way, next Saturday, I got Texas, Alabama is the, are you yawning at me?
No.
Did you just yawn at me?
No, I'm not.
What other kind of bodily function noises are you going to make today? You've already.
Best hope you don't get the answer to that question.
I'm a little.
No, it's the allergies have been killing me today.
I'm a little. I don't know. You've already cracked your knuckles at me. You've already cracked your knuckles at me. You've already. You've already cracked your knuckles at me. Now you just yawned at me. Now, what else am I going to get?
I can tell you that was not me. I can tell you that none of those are me. See, the yawning I can't promise. The yawning I can't promise. Like I said, the allergies have been beating me up today. No, absolutely not.
All right, anyway, I'm just saying. Now I completely lost track of what I said.
We're talking about football.
A week from Saturday. Well, you know, we're the home of football in Tucson.
Right.
So why don't I just throw at you for the early game, Alabama and Texas, and then we'll follow it up with a nightcap, Arizona, Mississippi State. We'll have 100 games this year on 1290, it looks like.
We wouldn't be cutting into that game for our pregame show, would we?
No, it's an early start.
Okay, so it's way early.
Way early.
Oh, okay. Good.
That's why we roll.
You get the full game. You get the pregame show on Saturday leading into Mississippi State, and then we get the Arizona Wildcats against the Bulldogs and the man who hates candy corn.
Yes, more cowbell. By the way, tomorrow on the program, Mike Costa is going to join us from Extra Sports 1360. Is it Extra Sports 1360? I don't know. It's the flagship for San Diego State. Mike Costa is their sideline reporter.
Right.
He's going to come on the program to preview the Aztecs, and I told him I have a bet for him.
Oh, okay.
So we've got quite a bit tomorrow on the program.
Now, do you need to list out what the beer would be that you would purchase for them and they would have to purchase for us?
I think I'll just pull up some Huss Brewing today. I think I'll throw some Huss Brewing their way. Who cares? I'm never going to say anything. Arizona's going to win every game, and I'm going to win every bet. That's how you got to be confident. You got to expect to win.
Oh no, absolutely. But if you had to pick which Huss Brewing would you send them out?
I'll send them strawberry, Scottsdale Blonde.
Scottsdale Blonde?
I'll send them Scottsdale Blonde. Everybody likes a blonde from Scottsdale. Today's program, a quick reminder, Wildcats Radio 1290 presents Walk On Wednesdays, Dave & Buster's Tucson, brought to you by Goodfellows AC. Stop by August 31st, which is tomorrow, between 6 and 8. Register to win. You can get a $250 cash card or $250 Dave & Buster's prize pack. You can play any of the games at Dave & Buster's against Arizona walk-on basketball players. Everyone's welcome. Walk On Wednesday, Dave & Buster's Tucson, Wednesday the 31st from 6 to 8. For details, go to wildcatsradio1290.com. All right, let's see. Text question. Sorry, text question.
I will text you.
You will text me. Who's going to San Diego for the game this week? Got a bunch of people going, Rich, you rolling into the 619? I said, nope. I'm going out to Casino del Sol because we're going to be doing the pregame show out at Casino del Sol this Saturday. It's all brought to you by our friends at Coors Light, bringing our pregame show. But we'll be out at Casino del Sol coming up on Saturday at 8 o'clock. So Glenn, Kelvin, and I will be at Sol Sports inside Casino del Sol for the pregame show. But I want to know who is going to San Diego this weekend for the game. Send me a text, 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290. Text the word Rich, 520-848-1290. Tell me who's going to San Diego, and if you want any good places to go, I'll show you where El Indio is. I'll show you where Rocky's Crown Pub is. I'll send you over to Blue Water for great fish. I got all the spots to go to in San Diego. Just in case you're wondering.
I would trust you with
your
knowledge of San Diego. When it comes to San Diego food,
I'm a fat guy. I do the fat guy pull. Come on. All right, let's see what's rattling around my big old head today.
Warning. The following segment might trigger some listeners, and 1290 does not take responsibility for the following content.
What the hell is going on?
It's time for the list as we explore the sick, twisted mind of our host, Rich Herrera.
And that's when things got bad.
And the list of things he is thinking about in that huge size 8 Chrome Magnum head of his.
Look at the size of that boy's head. That's like an orange on a toothpick.
You're gonna give the boy a complex.
Well, that's a huge noggin. Has its own weather system.
It does. It does. All right, here's what's rattling around my big old head. Why is it so hot in here again?
We just got done hitting the nozzles down a little bit.
Look, you can see my headphones are sweating.
You know what? Part of me wants to say that this is on you because you decided to wear a black cap and very dark polo. I want to say that that's part of your problem.
No, that's not. It's not. It's hot in here.
Okay.
Why are they? Did we just spend so much money on the text message machine that they won't let me have air conditioning anymore? Is that it?
I mean, maybe.
It's hot in here.
It might. It might.
Get the boss on the phone. No, seriously, call him and tell him it's hot in here. No, don't. I'll get in trouble. All right, here's what's rattling around my big old head today. Today we had media availability. Stop. Don't call. You're going to get me in trouble again. You know what happened last time you called? They had media availability today. We talked with Jalen Harris. We'll have part of that for you on the pregame show on Saturday. But one thing that I took away is we asked about the game coming up on Saturday, playing in front of the big crowd, the new stadium, the differences. And one thing that he said was they expect to win. Oh, was that music to my ears? You'll hear the quote on Saturday. But Jalen Harris says we expect to win. Last year, we were just hoping to compete. We were hoping to be around. Now, this year, they expect to win. Mindset's completely changed, folks. Mindset's completely changed for Arizona football. All right, what else do we hear? I talked with Johnny Nansen and asked him how important this first game of the season is in setting the tone. He said 100%. They need to win these first games. You need to get started. I'm glad to see that there is a priority when it comes to Nansen and his defense on what they need to do. 3 of the 5 starters that are team captains, 3 of the 5 team captains are defensive starters. I think the defense is going to set the tone for the season for the Arizona Wildcats, and they're going to have their hands full with Burmeister and the rest of the San Diego State Aztecs. They will run the football down your throat. Jalen Harris has to set the edge and have a big game. Hunter Echols has to have a big game. Safeties, Christian Young, you've got to have a big game getting up there and run support. Nansen knows that they're ready. I did ask him one question we'll get during the pregame show. I asked Coach Carroll how he, Jimmy Doherty, and Jed, how they all work together calling games. All prep together, all set each other up. They're all on the same page, and that helps Jed get ready to call the offensive game plan as they go on. We'll have part of that on the pregame show coming up on Saturday. But I did think of one thing. I did come up with one thing, right? So I still feel like Rip Van Winkle to a certain extent, meaning that I lived in Tucson. I moved away in 2004, 2005. 2005, I think it was February 2005 is when I left Tucson. And then came back in 2020. Okay, so it's gone for 15 years. And in a way, I feel like Rip Van Winkle because I drive down the road and there's new buildings that I've never seen before. There's out where I live in Oro Valley, there was nothing out there. Now it's all beautiful with these gorgeous homes and more are getting built every day. I walked by places that are familiar and then places that are brand new that went up in the 15 years that I was gone. But one of the big things I was looking at, like I drove by the Rare Olive the other day. I think it's on Speedway. Now it's a music store. It was a bar that I used to do the show in when we lived here before. And so there's certain things that are the same, certain things that are different. I need to keep remembering something. I need to remember something that I never experienced. When I lived here, and it was the beginning, the end of the John Malkovich, the beginning of the Mike Stoops, people still had a fresh memory in their mind of what it's like to have a meaningful football team in Tucson. And then when Stoops left, there's a little bit during Rich Rod, but there's not been much in between. I think I need to remember this season. For many of you, that's such a faded memory that you've forgotten what it's like to have a championship quality football team. And for a lot of kids that are walking around on campus, I see all these kids walking around on campus. They're the same age as my son. And you know what? I don't think he remembers Arizona football being a big deal. And I got to remember that these kids that are coming to the University of Arizona, they don't remember Desert Swarm. They don't remember Teddy Bruschi other than the guy on TV. They don't remember the leap by the lake. They don't remember any of that. It's all for them ancient history. I've told you this before. We've done this in the show. Dragon Ball. Who's the first president you remember as a live human being?
That would be Clinton.
Okay. So before Clinton, the president was?
George H.W. Bush.
To him, is there any difference between him and JFK? They're both historical figures.
Right. I don't see it. I don't remember too much about H.W.
He's a historical figure.
Yeah.
But Bill Clinton's a living, breathing person. Right?
One that I saw do what he was, in charge of at the
time. He was flesh and blood, not a history book.
He was active.
For me, the first president that I remember is Richard Nixon. Lyndon Baines Johnson is a piece of history, not a living, breathing person. For me, JFK is history, not a living, breathing person. So for these kids that are coming to school right now at the University of Arizona, the kids walking around on campus, Arizona football in its glory of Tomey and Desert Swarm is history. No different than win one for the Gipper or Button Salmon's bear down, tell the boys to bear down. I have to remember that it's not memory, it's history until we see this thing turned around. I'll have more on that coming up on the program. Let's see. What else is rattling around in my big old head today? Oh, I'm disappointed in Tom Brady. Just when I was learning to like him. Like, I didn't like Tom as a Patriot. He was cheating, and he wore Uggs.
Yeah.
And then he went to Tampa Bay, and he won. So I was like, yeah, I'm down with TB12. He's the old man. He's the GOAT. I was respecting him. I got past Deflategate, and I got past the tuck, and I got past everything else. Spygate and all the rest. By the way, please, let's stop calling everything
that's a
gate.
Controversial thing, a gate or some kind. It
doesn't need to be a gate. Stop that, dummies. But now he misses training camp, and he's got such a lame excuse. Got a lot of stuff going on. Dude, you get paid a lot of money. Shut up.
Right.
I think we might have to get into that a little bit later in the program. And then I am excited Jimmy G staying a 49er.
As the backup.
The best backup of the National Football League. John Lynch is a genius. What, you're shaking your head no? How John Lynch played that to a T. The general manager of the Niners.
I'll be interested to see what happens.
There's no controversy.
That remains to be seen, because controversy is created by a lack of capable play. If Trey Lance begins to suffer for 2 to 3 weeks in a row,
then I can go to
Jimmy G.
But nobody's clamoring right now. It is by restructuring his contract and agreeing to everything that he agreed to. He's agreed to be the backup.
Right.
It's Trey Lance's team. If Jimmy G was still standing there making a ton of money and Trey Lance was looking over his shoulder, then you have controversy. Now, it's Trey Lance's team. Jimmy G is a backup. Jimmy G is Fitzmagic. What?
I think you got to give Jimmy G a little bit more credit than being Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He's a backup. What does it say next to his name? Backup quarterback, not starting quarterback.
Yes.
Not threatening to be starting quarterback. Not anything else other than he's the backup. He's number 2 on the depth chart, nothing more, nothing less. And I give Jimmy G a lot of credit because he could have been a stinker and made this thing much more difficult for everybody, but he stepped up and handled his business professionally. I give him credit. Go ahead. I know you're going to have a contrarian view.
I mean, I would agree with everything but the fact that we got to give more credit to Jimmy G in the fact that he's a proven starter that can get your team deep in the playoffs. At the very least, 1 year where he was in the Super Bowl.
1 year he went to the Super Bowl last year. He cost the 49ers a trip to the Super Bowl.
It happens. Sometimes you're on, sometimes you're off.
But they're ready to move on to Trey Lance, and he's taking his backup role. You know who he is? He's Hickey from Greece.
Okay.
Who's the guy who played Hickey in Greece? Jeff.
Your guess is as good as mine on that.
Look, I got to look it up. So the guy who played, is it Jeff Conway? I think it's Jeff Conway. You've seen Grease, right?
Yeah, I've seen Grease.
Okay, you haven't seen anything else that I watch.
No, I've watched Grease. Rest in peace, Olivia Newton-John.
Right. So everybody was talking about, Jeff Conway played Hickey. In the movie, he plays the second character behind John Travolta's Danny Zuko.
Right.
You realize when Grease was originally a big-time Broadway play. Did you know that?
Yes.
You know who played the lead in the Broadway play? Jeff Conway. So Jeff Conway makes it this huge Broadway musical smash hit. When they go to make it into a movie, they go, he's good, but we need bigger star power. We get John Travolta. You play the backup, secondary, supporting role, and he did it perfectly. And he made movie magic because he wasn't bigger than the team.
True.
And by the way, just in case you're wondering, he's actually played just about every male role. He started as Danny Zuko, then he was Hickey. Later, he played Vince Fontaine, the DJ, as he got older. Anyway, a little bit of movie trivia, a little Grease trivia, and a little bit of what's
football
rattling around in my big old head right now. All right? Are we good?
Yeah.
All right, coming up on the program today, are we giving away beer?
Money? We'll be giving away the gift certificate for Huss
gift
Brewing.
Card
yes.
for Huss Brewing.
Yep.
Because Huss Brewing is a big-time sponsor of this radio show. We're going to give you a $25 gift card. You can pick up some Huss Oktoberfest, inspired by Bavarian Marzen. This copper red hue, full-body drinks with a slightly malty sweetness. It's won gold medals at the U.S. Open, and today we're going to give you a chance to win a $25 gift card featuring Huss Oktoberfest. That's coming up on the program today. All right, text number. You guys know it. 520-848-1290. Text Rich.
I will text you.
You all text me, 520-848-1290. Text the word Rich. You going to San Diego for the game? I want to know who's going. Just a show of hands or text messages for us. Hey, there was something I didn't bring up the other day about realignment, and I love the story coming out of the Big Ten about the Big Ten presidents and ADs aren't happy about something. I'll tell you about that next.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard. Goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins. Throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three. Blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it. It's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
4th down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff. Into the backfield and drop. No gain. Loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry. Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins. Throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three. Blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it. It's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way. Out to Tabellis. Down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments for the University of Arizona Wildcats?
4th down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on 4th down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona. Oh, did they need that? My goodness. Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the field. ASU with the ball. Down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his 3rd foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like what, driving down that was from midcourt. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Mathurin with the ball for the Wildcats. Mathurin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Mathurin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Mathurin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's
We're tied.
A huge shot for Ben Mathurin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Mathurin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berryhill. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Rich Herrera Radio Show rolls on here at Wildcats Radio 1290. Got a lot to get to. Lamont Hundley makes his debut with us coming up at 5 o'clock. Dave Hickey about a half hour from now. We've got football headlines. We got all kinds of stuff to do. Number for you to join us, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. The number for you to join us. I was going to go to the phone. Did I lose Keith? Oh, I want to talk to Keith.
It looks like it here.
Keith, call back. I had something to tell Keith. It's for Keith, not you. I had a special message for Keith. Hey, today's program is brought to you by PGA Tour Superstore. Shop with the pros at Tucson's PGA Tour Superstore. Do you need a new driver? The last driver you bought online. It was okay. It really didn't fit. It wasn't part of your game. It wasn't what you thought. You didn't get to put it in your hand. You didn't get to take a look at it. I mean, so much of your driver is how does it feel as an extension of your body. Listen, you get great prices by going online to buy golf equipment, but you don't know what it feels like until you actually take a swing with it. That's why PGA Tour Superstore has custom club fitters right there on the premises. You can hit the driver before you buy it and test it out to see whether this is the driver that's going to make a difference in your game. Right there at PGA Tour Superstore, Oracle and Limberlost. Here's the deal. They've got drivers from Ping, Callaway, TaylorMade. They have it all. And here's what I'm going to tell you. I have a deal for you. You want to go get a new driver? Any purchase of $100 or more, they'll take $20 off. Any purchase of $50 or more, they'll take $250 off by mentioning WildcatsRadio1290.com. That's the Rich Rivera hookup. Only at PGA Tour Superstore. The biggest golf store, the best golf store in all of Tucson and Southern Arizona. Thanks to PGA Tour Superstore for bringing you the Saturday golf shows. This week it'll be on at 7 a.m. before we get going with the Arizona Wildcat pregame show. 7 o'clock, Jesse Crow and I talk golf in Southern Arizona coming up every Saturday morning. All right, is that Keith on line one? Bear down, Keith. Welcome. You're getting close to being a VIP caller.
Bear down, my friend. How are you doing today?
I'm good. My son just called, and I was going to tell you this when I saw your name pop up. My son just called and left me a message. He got his ship.
Right.
He's leaving for Tokyo on the 5th of Monday the 5th. He'll leave for Tokyo. Hello, Keith. Can you hear me?
Oh, there you go. I got you. I lost you for a second.
All right. No, that was actually Dragon Ball who fat fingered you.
Well, I got a problem with him also, so we'll talk about it in a second.
All right. Wait a minute. Did you hear what I said?
I did not.
Okay. I said I was thinking about you today, and then my son just called, and I was going to tell you, he just let me know he's leaving for Tokyo on Monday the 5th for his next cruise.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I tell, and I try not to be like a recruiter, but I tell all kids sometimes if you don't know your path in life, take the military into consideration. They teach you, they educate you, and it costs you nothing but time. Yeah. And that's it. And you will definitely come out of it a better person.
I brag about him all the time simply because I'm in awe of what he does, what he has to do, what he's committed to do. He's a better person than I am. I thought about it, but I didn't have the guts to do what he's doing, nor did I have the confidence to do what he's doing. So I admire him so much, and then now I get to live my life vicariously through him. Like today, he brought me back a hat from the USS Arizona at Pearl Harbor, so I got that on. He's talking about, Dad, I'm going to see the world. I'm going to go to Tokyo. Closest thing I get to Tokyo is going to Mr. On's. He's going to actually get to go to Tokyo, so I'm really proud of the kid.
So, and you just made my point. I'm a child who I grew up here in Tucson. I was raised in the project of Tucson. I have stood in the Roman Coliseum. I have been on the Eiffel Tower. I have seen the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It's unlimited to what you can do if you just put your mind to it and dedicate yourself. And it doesn't necessarily have to be military. It can be whatever you want to do.
Right.
But you have to want to progress. But anyway, we're getting off of sports.
Okay, let's go back. You want to talk a little Arizona football?
I do. So, honestly, you were talking about the history of Arizona football, so I'm going to kind of tweak it a little bit that if your average Arizona fan, not even your average, I don't think there's a lot of Arizona fans that realize nowadays we have, in a roundabout way, a tradition that ties to the NFL. Our marching band was the halftime entertainment at the very first Super Bowl.
I think it was Grambling State and Arizona were the two marching bands.
Exactly, yes. So to say that we're not intertwined with football in any way, it's study your history.
But it is, Keith, that's it right there. It's history. So for you and I, let me ask you this. Who's the first president that you remember as a living, breathing person?
JFK.
Okay, so JFK is no different than George Washington. It's history to me. I don't remember that. And for these kids now, like Dragon Ball, who's the first president you remember? I remember Bill Clinton. Like Bill Clinton, dude, I remember Nixon and Reagan and all these, and Carter and all these. Makes me feel old, but then it also helps me remember that for these kids, anything that's not in HD is ancient history.
Well, but sometimes you got to blame the parents, because I say JFK because I told you I was born in the 50s. When I say the 50s, I know people automatically say 51, 52. No,
late
1959.
Right.
But I do remember the impact that it had on my mother when he was assassinated.
Sure.
And that made me want to learn. And I think that's
but there's
the
a difference
important
between
thing.
learning and knowing. Like, so, okay,
Right.
so Rigney was here yesterday. He's going to be 22 on the 12th. He was 364 days old when 9/11 hit. So no matter, as much as he appreciates history and he's learned his history, he's never lived that history. So he and I went to Ground Zero. I went back on Memorial Day for Fleet Week in New York. I can't wait. I'm going to go again next year. It was so much fun. So we go to Fleet Week, and one of the things I said, son, I want to go to the 9/11 museum. I want to go to Ground Zero and pay my respects. It was a different experience for him than it was for me. For me, it brought back a visceral reaction. I'm crying. Everything's rushing back. All those memories.
Right.
I'm numb the way I was when the planes hit the tower. For him, he's just looking at me like, I don't get it. I can never have this reaction the way that you do. And we sat there and we talked and we walked through, and I'm explaining to him history to him, my life experience to me.
Right.
So that's what I said for Arizona football. For the fans here, there's a lot of fans that remember Desert Swarm, and they remember Ortiz Jenkins in the Leap by the Lake. By the way, Keith, he's going to be on our pregame show during our players-only meeting on Saturday. That's how we're going to get this season going, by having him sit down and talk football with Kelvin Efon and Glenn Howell.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome. I'm not going to miss that.
Okay, so let's finish. You want to finish off with Jimmy G, and then I got to run.
Okay. Oh, yeah. My thing I got to tell Dragon Ball, the final part of the Jimmy G thing is, I think this is the final test. It's kind of like the Kung Fu Kwai Chang Caine. This is your final test. With Jimmy G in the fold, everybody keeps saying how mentally prepared this young man is. We're getting ready to find out. We know he's got the talent. We know he's got the arm, the leg, the athletic ability. Can you handle them? Because if you can't handle Jimmy G in the quarterback room, then how are you going to handle a 2-minute drill? How are you going to handle anything? This is the final test.
Bingo. There you go. I love it. Keith.
That's fair.
Bear down. I'll talk to you later.
Bear down, my friend.
All right. See ya. Keith calling in. I love him. I think he's acquired VIP status.
Oh, I think he's definitely earned himself that placement there.
Yeah, I think so as well. All right, coming up, we'll have Dragon Ball's football headlines. Then I will get to this story. The Big Ten brass not happy with something. I hate the Big Ten. Is that bad? Am I allowed to say that?
Just a little bitter.
Yeah. Petty. We'll continue. It's 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for 2. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins. Throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three. Blocked again by Koloko. Barlow grabs it. It's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff. It is good. Backfield and drop. No gain. Loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry. Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Barlow, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins. Throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three. Blocked again by Koloko. Barlow grabs it. It's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way. Out to Tabellas. Down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
Fourth down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on fourth down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona. Oh, did they need that? My goodness. Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the board. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his third foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like what, driving down that was from midcourt. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Mathurin with the ball for the Wildcats. Mathurin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Mathurin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Mathurin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's
We're tied.
a huge shot for Ben Mathurin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Mathurin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berrios. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Brown will take the snap a yard deep in the end zone. Straight back to throw. Has some time. Steps into the pocket. The Wildcats have got him for a safety. Second safety Arizona has recorded this season. It's a 24-12 ball game, and the Cats will get the ball.
That's big time.
Really on the field is a safety.
Yes, that's big time by Arizona. That time defense did a great job of just closing the pocket from the inside, and then the pressure on the outside by Abear. They just got him. They just got there. They won their blocks that time. Excellent job by Arizona defense and really changing the momentum of this game.
This is David Amata, and here's what's trending on 1290 here at 3:50. The Arizona Wildcats revealed their opening week depth chart with Jaden DeLaura as the starting quarterback and freshman Tetaroa McMillan as the starting wideout on the offensive side of the ball. And the Cardinals continue to find their final 53 as the team completed a trade for Raiders cornerback Trayvon Mullen Jr. for a conditional 7th-round pick. Another exodus from the PGA Tour as a number of golfers, including Cameron Smith, have now decided to join up for the LIV Tour. And another fight in the works for Jake Paul, as reports indicate the social media star is trying to book a fight with former UFC legend Anderson the Spider Silva for an upcoming October event. That's what's trending locally and nationally on 1290. Still more to come on The Rich Herrera Show. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
All right, we'll talk with Dave Hickey in about 10 minutes from now here on 1290, our exclusive conversation with the athletic director, University of Arizona. Stops by every Tuesday to give us an update on everything going on at McHale Center and takes a couple of my questions. While we're at it, do we have time to do Dragon Ball's football headlines? Or can I talk about why the Big Ten is upset?
You can go and give me why your Big Ten is upset there.
And then we'll do football headlines somewhere later?
Because they're your Big Ten. You're deep friends with the Big Ten.
Why
I
am
say
deep friends with the
sarcastically.
I thought I did something.
No.
I thought I had a faux pas.
No, I say
Excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît.
I say this very sarcastically.
Because you know how much I dislike Kevin Warren?
Absolutely.
Did you like when I asked? Did you like when I asked George Kliavkoff, "Hey, when's the last time you talked to the other conference commissioners?" And he goes, "Well, I talk to the guys from the ACC all the time."
Yeah.
What about anybody else? Yeah, I haven't talked to them in a while.
Yeah, probably not. So I wouldn't imagine he would, to be completely honest with you.
So, like John Canzano, who I tell everybody you should subscribe to his newsletter. It's really good. He pointed out that they had the Rose Bowl meetings the other day.
Yeah.
Boy, talk about walking in like a skunk in church. If you're Kevin Warren, here's two people. Here's two different century-old partners you're sticking it to. Right? You just came away from your quote-unquote alliance with the Pac-12 by sticking it to them and lying, cheating, stealing, whatever you needed to do. And then the Rose Bowl, you're going to ruin the Rose Bowl. You're going to kill the Rose Bowl, Big Ten. Am I wrong?
It's business. That's their argument. It's business.
Yeah, okay.
It's not personal.
You know what? When you say that, that means it's personal. If you say, "Oh, it's nothing personal, it's business." No, if it was just business, you wouldn't have to have that disclaimer.
No, but that's what people tell themselves that
Yeah,
way.
go ahead.
They justify
when
their
you
action.
justify it in your head. It's like Booger taught me, when I say the word "but," it negates everything that I just said.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Dragon Ball, we're really good friends, and I think highly of you, but you're a scumbag. Everything I said beforehand doesn't count.
I don't even think you need the "but" in that particular sentence in that regard. That's just a complete negation of the whole thing.
Okay, so here's what I was going to tell you about the Big Ten brass not being happy. There was a report the other day that the Big Ten brass, now that they're looking at their contract, ooh, look at all this money. I got money. Show me the money. They've discovered something.
What did they find?
They've got broadcast partners at Fox, and at CBS, and at NBC. So they have all the 3-letter broadcast partners. You know what they're missing?
ESPN?
The 4-letter network. They are now worried that ESPN's out of the Big Ten business. Will ESPN still continue to pump up the Big Ten the way they've done for the last 40 years? Or will ESPN ignore the Big Ten in favor of their broadcast partners in the ACC and the SEC in the Pac-12. So let me tell you a little story, Dragon Ball. You know, we had the former president of Fox Sports Network on, right?
Yes.
And you know that I'm a Fox Sports alum.
Yes.
I'm an alum in a lot of places, but I'm a Fox Sports alum. I'm proud I was one of the original hosts. I'm like the original MTV VJs.
Right.
I'm like Martha Quinn and Mark Goodman and I don't know, who else were the original MTV VJs?
You're asking somebody who did not spend any time watching MTV growing up.
No, you were watching Japanese anime.
Yes, I was up Saturday morning watching JetX and everything.
By the way, Rigney asked me this. You watch, what's the name of your show? The Japanese anime show that you watch?
Well, I've got a couple. You're talking specifically about the puppet one that you like to talk about?
Yes.
That would be Thunderbolt Fantasy.
Okay, and that's a Japanese anime.
Well, it's a Taiwanese puppetry that's basically equated to like it's a version of an anime.
So is it Taiwanese anime?
It's Taiwanese puppetry. It's just
so it's not Japanese anime that you find on the dark web. It's Taiwanese puppetry that you find online.
Yes.
Okay. I watched Adam 12 on Amazon Prime the other day.
You watched what?
I watched Adam 12 on Amazon Prime the other day.
Adam 12?
The old the cop show, the TV show? Well, I feel bad because I tell everybody that you go onto the dark web all the time, which I know you don't. That's the joke.
I don't know how to get on the dark web.
Oh, I could show you. It's pretty easy.
Oh,
anyway.
Wow.
No, I don't know how to get on the dark web either. I've watched the infographic show that talk about what you can find on the dark web, but I've never gone on there. Anyway, let's just stop this because Hickey's going to call it in a minute.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was feeling bad because I was kind of missing my dad, and that was one of his favorite shows, so I started watching it. And then I went down the Dragon Ball rabbit hole, and I watched like 10 episodes straight. So I just wanted to let you know you're not the only person that watches weird stuff on TV.
Just binges like crazy out of nowhere.
Oh, I got to finish this Big Ten story, and we'll talk with Dave Hickey next. All that coming up next hour of the program. This is Home of Arizona football. Don't forget Arizona, San Diego State, Saturday, 12:30 kick here on 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Mathurin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step to hand off into the backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
4th down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on 4th down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the field. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his 3rd foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like what, driving down that was from mid-court. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Mathurin with the ball for the Wildcats. Mathurin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Mathurin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Mathurin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's a
tied.
Huge shot for Ben Mathurin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Mathurin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berryhill. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Brown will take the snap a yard deep in the end zone. Straight back to throw. Has some time. Steps out in the pocket. The Wildcats have got him for a safety. Second safety Arizona has recorded this season. It's a 24-12 ball game, and the Cats will get the ball.
That's big.
Early on the field is a safety.
Yes. That's big time by Arizona. That time defense did a great job of just closing the pocket from the inside, and then the pressure on the outside by Abear, they just got him. They just got there. They won their blocks that time. Excellent job by Arizona defense and really changing the momentum of this game.
On Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, thanks for joining us, everybody. It's the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Appreciate you spending time with us as we get closer and closer to Arizona taking on San Diego State. Hey, how many of you are going to San Diego? Text me. Text the word RICH to 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Text the word RICH. Are you going to San Diego to see the Cats take on the Aztecs at Snapdragon Stadium? Brand new stadium. Tickets on the secondary market, from what I understand, are going crazy right now. So how many are going over? I know listen, when Arizona goes to To Las Vegas, it's McHale North. San Diego, we run that town as well. There's a huge Arizona alumni group called the Beach Cats. A couple of my friends are members, and they put on a big tailgate. In fact, I think Jed usually goes out there, and they do a big deal out there. So we will see how many of you are going out there. How many of you will be going out there? So how many of you will be going out there this weekend? That's a big question. Text me. 520-848-1290. Text the word Rich to 520-848-1290. All right, let's run out to our guest hotline and welcome in the athletic director, University of Arizona, Dave Hickey, joins us for his weekly visit here on Wildcats Radio 1290. Bear down, Dave. How are you?
Hey, bear down and go Cats. Rich, I'm doing great. Good to be with you, and game week is finally here. The season's finally here for football, and we're really excited about it.
Okay, I just asked this. This is our text question of the day, Dave. How many Wildcat fans are going to make their way from Tucson over to San Diego? What kind of crowd of Arizona fans are you expecting in San Diego? Did we get an allotment of tickets to sell in Tucson, and how did the sales go?
We did. I want to say we had around 2,500, maybe just north of that a little bit. We've completely exhausted that supply. I anticipate far more Arizona fans than that. We're also taking the Pride of Arizona. The marching band will be there, so we're really excited about this opener, and all the Wildcat fans will be there. It's one of the more significant away games that we've had here, with the number of fans and visiting fans that we've brought along to go to a site. So there's a lot of enthusiasm around it. Again, there are still numerous tickets available online through the San Diego State box office, through different ticket sources. So there's an abundance of ways, and very affordable ways, for fans to go to the game in San Diego. It is by no means sold out. I would say not even close to sold out at this point. But there's great interest, and that's what I hear from my colleagues at San Diego State as well.
In looking at that brand new stadium, they're going to christen Snapdragon Stadium with the Arizona Wildcats over there, so that's going to lead to the excitement and some extra energy in the building. And then I wanted to ask you the significance of being on CBS television. It's the 12:30 kick. That's normally the kickoff time reserved for Alabama or one of those big SEC teams. So to have that 12:30 kickoff on CBS is a big deal, Dave.
Well, yeah, it's certainly, you're in the main window of college football on Saturday, on a weekend of opening games, and to be on one of the premier broadcast networks, CBS. Certainly when people are flipping through the channel, and maybe some of your more veteran watchers, kind of go-to spot for them, it will be CBS to watch our game. High-level announcers, so there'll be a lot of interest and enthusiasm. It also allows you to carry that out. Being in the West Coast time zone, you're able to carry those highlights over into the highlight shows of other networks, certainly ESPN. So you get some extended coverage of the performance that day as well, that sometimes doesn't occur when you play in a later slot, or there's certainly not as many viewers watching those highlight shows later in the day. So there's a lot of benefits to it, and it is a kind of a, I'd call it, although it's not defined prime time, kind of a prime slot for college football to kick off the season, and that's exciting. It's really exciting to be in that spot.
I laugh because everybody thinks they could do your job. Like, I sit in the radio and pretend that I could be an athletic director. There's a lot more that goes into it than I'll ever know. But what kind of feedback do you get from fans on television coverage and times, and how much do fans want to give you their 2 cents?
Oh, I think fans give way more than their 2 cents. So that's part of the landscape, I think, these days, and there's nothing wrong with that. We have a passionate, loyal, really engaged fan base that have a variety of opinions, and sometimes that opinion changes depending on what time zone you live in, or where you are and what you think about. But yeah, it's good to have lots of interested fans, and our hope is that we can be in a position where they can see the game, they can go to the game, that they can be part of it. That only helps us. Again, I think it's really important that we're doing the very best we can to put our programming our games in the best slots. I also don't think the average fan understands some of the complexities of TV networks, how it works, the media packages and the way they're defined, and that it is a little bit of a chess game, or a a Rubik's Cube in the way that television executives put it together. I think our conference staff is involved with that. We as an institution aren't directly involved in it. Remember, this is a home game for San Diego State as well. That's their television game. Their conference, quote unquote, owns the game and their TV package, and we benefit from that in this case because we come in as a Pac-12 institution. It's a great piece of property, so to speak, for the Mountain West Conference and for their television package to have that, and obviously that's recognized by CBS coming in and wanting to do the game.
Well, you bring it up, being a Pac-12 team. This is a big weekend for Pac-12 football. We're taking on a Mountain West Conference, the Tucson team. The Cats are taking on San Diego State. You've got Colorado taking on a Big 12 team. You've got Oregon against Georgia. That's an SEC team, the defending national champion. You've got Oregon State taking on Boise State. That's a big game. You've got Utah taking on Florida down in the Swamp. This is a big weekend as we talk about our conference and where we're going to stand at the end of the day.
Well, sure. Again, somebody, the line that the Pac-12 doesn't play anybody or doesn't have big games is certainly false. I mean, I think there's some great matchups, high-level games that are going to happen this week and obviously throughout the entire season. Every game can't be a perfect game, but these are big games with a lot of attention, certainly more attention as people are focused on the early part of the season and to see who's for real and who may not be for real and what can happen. And anything can happen early in the year. You're not quite finely tuned. People are on the road or they're playing teams that might sneak up on them a little bit, or you're in a big time matchup with two heated Power 5, powers. And that's all good. I think our schedule is really exciting this week, and there's a lot of attention on our league. And the next step is let's go out and win those games. Let's go out and win them and begin to build that brand. And nothing speaks louder than having success on the field.
How do you measure putting together that non-conference schedule? Because, hey, it would be nice if I could flex every weekend, take on anybody, anytime, any place, and say, all right, I'll take on Alabama. When I'm done with Alabama, give me Michigan. And then I'm done with them, bring me Texas. But you might beat yourself up before you get to the conference. And you have other schools that'll play nothing but cupcakes to begin the season. How do you measure getting ready for the season but playing big competition to give you an opportunity to have a special season?
Yeah, I think let's remind everyone these schedules are made certainly well beyond 5 years, many times as far out as 10 years ahead of time. I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm just saying that's the dynamics, that's the reality of football scheduling. So you're looking a little bit into a crystal ball, trying to figure out where will our team be, where will those programs be, what's in the best interest of our program. These are games that have been scheduled for many, many years. Prior administrations kind of put these together. But generally, the philosophy is, hey, how do we get a high-level marquee ball game? How do we find one that's more regional, with a program from the Mountain West that has great, fan interest? Travel isn't extensive. And then generally we want to play Northern Arizona or another FCS team. We think that's good to support that level of football and the programs. It's a revenue opportunity for them. It's also a good opportunity for us to play a game that we think we should be very, very competitive in. And again, we don't want to say we're going to win or lose any game, but we try to build a schedule that allows our team to grow and get better and have opportunities. And as they move into what is generally a very difficult grind through a Pac-12 season, going home and road and playing the types of teams that we play in our conference.
What are the pros and cons of having another Power 5 school, of going down and taking on the Southeastern Conference or the ACC or the Big 10 or the Big 12 in these cross-regional games?
Well, the cross-regional games certainly provide a great deal of exposure. It widens your base, so to speak. People see us more as a conference. Look, let's not shy away. We need to play big games and have moments when our best teams in our league can go toe-to-toe and have a chance to beat those teams from other conferences, other power conferences. across the country, cross regions, as you say, into the Midwest or into the Southeast. Those are important games, and those are games that obviously resonate with people who pay close attention to college football and are part of a resume when you begin to talk about how to position teams from our conference. And we want to be there, too. Arizona wants to be there in competing for national championships. We've got a little ways to go to get our position in the right place, but you've got to build your resume and have those kind of games, highly competitive against Power 5 opponents, and you hope you have a chance to win those. And, again, that begins to position you for postseason, which is important in college football.
And again, I'm rethinking my whole philosophy on how I root for football on Saturday. I'm pulling for all the Pac-12 teams. I'm going to start waving my banner of the Pac-12 the way they do at the Southeastern Conference or the Big 12 or the Big 10. I think it's important the Pac-12 play good teams this weekend and has a good showing. Let me get back to the San Diego State game for just a second. Clearly, getting a win to begin the season is important for any season, anytime, anywhere. But how important is it for Arizona to go out there and play well against San Diego State, knowing that we have our home opener a week from this Saturday with the team from the SEC and Mississippi State coming out for that 8 o'clock kick?
Well, look, we're in year 2 of a really significant rebuild of this football program, a rebuild that is really kind of putting that foundation and a new house, as we said, rebuilding it very, very strong for long-term success. And this is an excellent test, an excellent opportunity to measure the growth of our program. Coach Fish and his staff have done a tremendous job on the recruiting front. Now, let's remember we have well over half of our roster is brand-new players who've never played for Arizona. Might be their first college football game, but a lot of new, highly rated talent on our roster, mixed with a lot of young men who have developed under this new regime and really are being positioned in a way to be successful. And again, it's a great measuring stick. I know we're ready to go out and play, and we want to get out there and show what we can do. And it's not the end of the world. We're not putting all our eggs in one basket. We're going to go out and compete really hard. And I have great confidence that we're going to play well. I have confidence we're going to see a lot of improvement. And I'm ready to win that game. And you've got to play well, to win any football game. You have to go out and play well and execute and do the things that our coaches have trained them to do and put in place for them and execute the right way. But I'm excited to watch us play and see how we've grown as a program. And this is another step in the growth of our program, as this season will continue to be our steps going forward and helping our program get better.
I talked to Jalen Harris today, and the mindset's different. They expect to win. They don't expect to just go out there and play and compete. They expect to win, and we'll see that against San Diego State. Real quick, couple things I wanted to touch on before we let you go. Volleyball. Hey, we had Dave Rubio on last week, the dean of head coaches at the University of Arizona. I'm glad. In fact, Dave, I told him I'm responsible for his new contract because I was begging you that Rubio needs a new deal. So I'm glad that he's going to be here for a long time. They're off to a great start.
Great start. 3-0 sweep over the weekend. Amazing stat. Really dominated the weekend and the full sweep by not losing a single set. So Dave's got a great group of young women. He's worked very hard through a difficult couple of years on the COVID, as a result of COVID and the pandemic, but stayed with it, and I think we're really positioned to be very, very good. He feels very confident about it. Now we'll move on to a bigger test this week, going across the country and to the Southeast and playing in North Carolina's tournament in Chapel Hill. So we'll go against Wake Forest, and that will be then we'll play North Carolina. So those will be big tests and see where we are, and again, see how that program's positioning for the long term. And I feel good. I feel good that Dave is that wants to be around here, and he's got a lot of energy and wants to lead this program back to that NCAA level that it was prior to the pandemic. That again, kind of sidetracked lots of people, and it really changed the dynamic. And I know Dave's talked to you about this. But, rosters became different. Players that you thought would graduate came back. Certain teams that you thought might roll over and become young continue to be old and experienced, so to speak. I think we're catching now at the right time. We have a lot of juniors and seniors, and we have some outstanding young players, but we're more mature. We're more competitive. We're stronger, both mentally and physically. ready for the grind, and I think we'll be a good club in the middle of the Pac-12, making a lot of noise.
Soccer's doing well. Coach Moros rolls through the Big Ten and the Big 12. That was awesome. And then I'm excited. We're 30 days away from the Red-Blue game. I mean, Dave, it's on. It's ready to go.
Well, it's on. Like you said, soccer has started. Volleyball has started. Really proud of our soccer student athletes and what they've done to beat 2 Big 12 teams and then have a really outstanding game against Nebraska. Big 10 team was a tie, but in soccer, a great game. And we'll play up at Grand Canyon this week, and we'll have a home game next Sunday, so I hope people can come out for that. And then, the Red-Blue game is right there. It's going to be a fun weekend. We've got a football game that weekend as well. We'll have the Red-Blue game. It's going to be a tremendous Arizona weekend to combine, the Arizona basketball and Arizona football. And it is also an alumni weekend for our basketball programs. The great history of men's basketball. There are a lot of guys that are planning to come back. And they're going to be involved and around at the Red-Blue game. So get your tickets. And we've been at one of our highest paces ever for sales to this point for the Red-Blue game. So we anticipate that a huge crowd there. So go out and grab your tickets. And it's going to be a really fun night. I mean, you're going to see some guys around that are rock stars. I know we've got a lot of rock stars on the men's side, but you're going to see a lot of them come out that night and be here in McHale.
Dave, thank you so much for joining us. I assume you're going to San Diego. Enjoy yourself. There's Hodad's, there's El Indio, there's Blue Water Cafe. I know you're going to have a great time in San Diego and then bring us back a W.
Yeah, we're excited. It's our largest donor trip of the year as well, so we've got a huge group of donors going. It's going to be a lot of fun. And, hey, by the way, it's National Beach Day. Ooh. So I thought there's no better. That's today.
Yes.
No better thing than going to the beach. Let's go to Southern California. Let's go to San Diego. Go get a big win and get the season started the right way.
Say hi to the Beach Cats for me. Anything you want to pass on to the Wildcat fans?
Well, hey, thanks, everybody. It's an exciting year. Jump on board. Appreciate all your support as I do each week that we talk. But this is going to be a great fall and a great year. So let's have some fun. Bear down, go Cats.
Thank you, Dave. I'll talk to you next week.
You bet.
All right, take care. Dave Hickey joining us every week here at Wildcats Radio 1290. Coming up, we've got a whole bunch more, including Lamont Lovett. Lamont Hunley. Well, I'm thinking of Lamont Lovett. Him and Brian Jeffries will have the game. 12:30 will be the kick from Snapdragon Stadium in San Diego, right here on the home of the Wildcats, 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Mathurin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for 2. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
4th down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff into the backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Coloco, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard. Goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins. Throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three. Blocked again by Coloco. Ballo grabs it. It's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way. Out to Tabellas. Down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
4th down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on 4th down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's hot. Touchdown, Arizona. Oh, did they need that? My goodness. Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the board. ASU with the ball. Down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Coloco. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Coloco, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his 3rd foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Coloco looked like what, driving down that was from mid-court. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Mathurin with the ball for the Wildcats. Mathurin around a Coloco screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Coloco. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Mathurin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Mathurin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's a
tied.
Huge shot for Ben Mathurin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Mathurin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berryhill. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was...
Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
All right, Rich Herrera with you. Thanks for joining us here on Wildcats Radio 1290. Appreciate you spending time with us here on the program. Our thanks, Dave Hickey, for stopping by and joining us. Let's see. I need to finish my story, right? About the Big Ten?
Yes.
Okay, let me get that because I went a little over with Dave, and then we got football headlines coming up.
Right.
Okay. So there's a story out there that's got some traction. The Big Ten is afraid. So I mentioned this before. The Big Ten had a 40-year relationship with the Southeast. The Big Ten had a 40-year relationship with ESPN.
Right.
They've been broadcasting games for 40 years. Well, now that the Big Ten dropped ESPN in favor of that huge payday from Fox, from NBC, and from CBS, ESPN has no contractual ties to the Big Ten anymore. Well, everybody's been going, wow, this is awesome. Look how much money they're getting at UCLA and USC are coming over there. This is awesome, right? Well, the Big Ten commissioner is now getting feedback from athletic directors and school presidents, apparently, that some of them are concerned if we don't have a relationship with ESPN, will ESPN start boasting and pumping up the Southeastern Conference, the ACC, and the Pac-12?
Oh.
Will game day not be coming to Ann Arbor? Instead, will they be going to Tuscaloosa every week? Will the Big Ten not have game day or those broadcast windows? And when game day ignores the Big Ten, because they're pumping up their broadcast partners in the Southeastern Conference or the ACC. Will they be spending more time in Tallahassee and Miami than they will in Ann Arbor? Will they be going to Camp Randall Stadium, or will they be coming out to Tucson, Arizona? Will they be doing all of that? So I do have, I'll throw this one little piece out, right? So I am a Fox Sports alumni. Dragon Ball. I worked at Fox Sports. I'm very proud that I was one of the original hosts at Fox Sports Radio. It was me and Bob Golick. It was Tony Bruno and Andrew Siciliano were the morning show. Tony Bruno was there. Chris Rose, who I can't stand anymore. He's a jerk. Chris Rose was there. Kevin Frazier was there. Chris Myers, who I like, was there. I like Kevin Frazier. Steve Lyons was there. Was Jeannie Zelasco? Did she work with us? I think Jeannie Zelasco worked with us. We had a pretty good lineup. So when I worked there, the XFL, the first original version of the XFL was up and running, right? And I got told two things. You're never allowed to mention the words ESPN. I said, well, how do I, when ESPN's breaking a story, what do I say? Like, they don't care. We just don't want to promote ESPN, so you're not allowed to say it. So I'm the one who came up with the term, the four-letter network.
Right.
I've always wanted to be one to come up with a term like Raider Nation or something.
Right.
Or Wonton. So if you ever want to know who originally came up with the term for the four-letter network to refer to ESPN, it was moi.
There you go.
The other thing that I will tell you is they said, we don't broadcast the XFL, so you're not allowed to talk about it. They didn't want the XFL to succeed because it would hurt their broadcast partners, the National Football League. So originally when the XFL started and the hype and the buildup was so big and he hate me across his jersey, we were told, you're not doing any interviews with the XFL. XFL PR would call up, Rich, can we get on Tommy Maddox? Remember Tommy Maddox, the former Steeler?
Yep.
He was the quarterback for the LA no, it wasn't the LA Express. LA Avengers? No. What was the LA team name? Anyway, they would try to get Tommy to come on. I said, I can't put you on. The broadcast, the bosses won't let me put on XFL players. And they specifically, everybody in the world is talking about the XFL except for us because they said, we don't broadcast them, you don't talk about them. I wonder how much ESPN is going to be invested in pumping up the Big Ten now that they're not broadcast partners. Think about this. How long have we in Tucson sat here stewing in our own toxic thoughts about how ESPN is so evil because all they do is pump up the ACC, which is their broadcast partner? What happens if ESPN says we're going to invest all this money in the Pac-12 and be their broadcast partner? Maybe we need to pump up the Pac-12. Maybe we need to start having some West Coast bias. Wouldn't it be funny after all those years here in Tucson where we've just sat here feeling like we're getting the short end of the stick because all they do is talk about the ACC? If ESPN started becoming the biggest cheerleader for the Pac-12? So there are Big Ten presidents and athletic directors that are concerned that ESPN can sway, game day can sway the narrative for the day. And if all of a sudden ESPN has a vested interest in Pac-12 football, it has no vested interest in the Big Ten, well, maybe they help build some programs up out on the West Coast. And the Big Ten folks are now thinking, maybe we should have done a deal and had ESPN here just a little bit so they actually have some skin in the game. That's my evil laugh. All right, coming up, Paul, hold on. I'll get to your telephone call in just a second. Can we give away, do you want to give away beer right here, or do you want to wait?
We'll go ahead. We can wait for a little bit there.
Okay, Dragon Ball's not ready to give away the $25 gift card. from Huss Brewing. But you better stick around because it's coming up, right?
Yes, it is.
You promise?
I promise you.
Pinky swear?
I pinky swear.
Pinky swear?
I pinky swear.
All right, just checking. Coming up, we'll give that away. Lamont Hunley joins us.
Top of the hour.
Top of the hour. Man, show's flying by. We'll continue with you. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Mathurin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff. Into the backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
Fourth down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on fourth down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the board. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his third foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like one driving down. That was from midcourt. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Mathurin with the ball for the Wildcats. Mathurin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Mathurin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Mathurin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's a huge shot for Ben Mathurin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Mathurin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends.
This is David Amaya. Here's what's trending on 1290 here at 440. Sadly, a number of Arizona Wildcats found themselves on the final day of cuts around the NFL, which includes wideout Stanley Berryhill III out of Atlanta and running back J.J. Taylor over in New England. After transferring out, softball outfielder Ali Ashner has announced that she will be returning to the Wildcats after a stint in junior college as she returns to play for the Wildcats. And a hitch in the Knicks and Jazz trade talks for guard Donovan Mitchell as New York and guard R.J. Barrett have apparently agreed to a new 4-year extension. And with problems rising due to flooding issues in Mississippi, Jackson State head coach Deion Sanders says that his program and players are in crisis mode due to a current water shortage in the city of Jackson. That's what's trending locally and nationally on 1290. Still more to come on the Rich Herrera Show. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
Herrera on Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, Rich Herrera Show, Wildcats Radio 1290. Got breaking news. From USA Today. Just coming across the wire. So let me see. What am I going to do right now? I got Paul in Phoenix, who's a celebrity caller, VIP caller. So we told him that we'll drop everything we normally do whenever he calls. So now what do I do? Do I have breaking news? Do I go to Paul, or do I do both at the same time, Dragon Ball? You're the producer. Figure it out.
I say we can do both at the same
All right,
time.
Let's start our celebrity caller sound effect and bring Paul on real quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
You won! You did it! You did it! I knew you would! I just knew you would!
All right, let's bring Paul in at Phoenix. Bear down, Paul on line 1. How are you?
Bear down, Rich. I'd be more than happy to sit back and listen. You tell me, sir.
I don't know. Oh, who's this on line 2? I got somebody on line 3 claiming. Paul, do you have a brother?
I do.
What's his name?
Phil.
Actually, Phil called in. Who called in first?
It would be Paul in Phoenix.
And then his brother. Where does your brother Phil live?
He lives in Tucson.
What's his social security number?
4
No, stop.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Do you get along with him?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. He's my big bro. He's let's just say this. There's Phil, and then in between there is Keith, your wonderful caller, and then there's me. We kind of all are separated by about 4 or 5 years in between there.
Should I let Phil on while we have this breaking news?
Yeah, I think so. It'd be good, kind of indoctrinate him a little bit into it.
Maybe he might earn VIP caller status one day. Phil on line 3, welcome the brother of Paul.
Phil here, and Paul, my bro, is here, and Rich, you just tell us if we need to sit back and listen. But I do have a question for you, Rich. You know, when you're ready for that.
I'll take the question first, then I'll give you this breaking news.
Well, I also have some promenage to kind of express. I'm a native Tucsonan. I'm a graduate of the U of A. I bleed red and blue. There you go. And at one point, many years ago, I was actually running the yay stuff on the old video board in the football stadium. There you go.
Okay, you're still not Paul, but that's okay. All right, guys, let me give you this breaking news because I'll let you guys react to this first.
All right.
Dan Wolkin of USA Today just posted this. NCAA to consider significant changes to infraction process on Wednesday. I'll read you the first paragraph. The NCAA Board of One Directors is expected to adopt several significant modifications to the infractions process at a meeting Wednesday, with even more radical changes like the elimination of postseason bans being raised for wider consideration amongst NCAA leadership. So let me go down a little bit, and this is what's going to be interesting for us. Among the key proposals, the board of directors is expected to adopt. You ready for this, Paul? Phil, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yes, sir.
The elimination of the Independent Accountability Resolution Process, better known as the IARP, which is formed to handle more complex infraction cases in the wake of FBI's investigation into college basketball corruption. The IARP has been heavily criticized within college sports for its glacial pace of its work. Folks, that is huge breaking news for those of us in Tucson. So if you remember, the University of Arizona has had a cloud over the basketball program dating back to the Sean Miller days, and the FBI investigation, and the NCAA and the University of Arizona agreed to turn it over to the IARP. Now, the IARP has been slow getting to come up to any kind of resolution to this, and it looks like the NCAA is thinking of disbanding the IARP because they just have been so inefficient. They haven't gotten anything done on any of these cases they've been investigating that go back years and years and years. And a lot of these kids that were involved in this, the coaches are gone from their programs.
Right. Rich?
Yes.
I'm looking for the and so this is our stuff went down long before even, I hate using the word COVID, but long before COVID.
Now,
right?
I think that, Arizona's not out of the woods, and certainly there'll be penalties to pay for what went on the basketball program, but the fact that this IARP has been such a boondoggle that the NCAA is thinking about just getting rid of it tomorrow.
Right.
That's huge news for us. So what will happen to the University of Arizona, I don't know. But I think we've been sitting here waiting like the sword of Damocles over our head for years, waiting for the NCAA and then the IARP process to make its way through. If they get rid of the IARP, I think we'll see the light at the end of the tunnel that Arizona can finally get past all this. Remember, Tommy Lloyd was hired originally, and one of the things was, hey, coach, we'll work it into your contract. If you show up and then we get the hammer dropped on us by the IARP, we understand that as part of the process. You're taking this job knowing that there's some apprehension and we're not sure what's going to happen. But now if this IARP thing comes down and you've seen the penalties that Arizona's given to themselves already, we might be getting closer to a resolution when it comes to the basketball probe.
I think, Rich, the NCAA, again, without even just digesting it, but I think the NCAA may look at this and say, okay, does a team like Arizona basketball, have they served enough time and paid enough of a so-called penalty, self-imposed that it was, and have they been impacted enough by this situation that we can now cross it off our list and say, let's move on to the next thing? That's the issue. So if the NCAA does that, what sort of precedence does that set for the rest of the schools that are sitting on that bubble, right? Okay, and in a more recent bubble are the folks in Tempe. Okay, so they can't rely on the IARP, which is a good thing. So now the NCAA need to step up their infractions group and say, guys, we got to turn this around quick.
One of the principles in American justice is due process, and it's speedy process. There's no you're entitled to a speedy trial in the criminal side, and I think we kind of feel like that's fair play. That you can't just let me sit out there for the rest of my life and wonder what's going to happen to me, that they can come kick my door down at any minute and haul me off to jail. That's kind of what Arizona's been experiencing.
Exactly. You're right.
Some of the other things that they're thinking of doing tomorrow, requiring boosters of schools to cooperate with investigations while rewarding schools to assist in obtaining cooperation from third parties, adding incentives for schools to work with enforcement staff on negotiated resolutions to violations while reserving the committee on infractions for only the most significant behaviors, legislative changes that will give schools more credit for self-reporting violations, exemplary cooperation, significant self-imposed penalties. That's interesting because Arizona's already had a significant self-imposed penalty, limiting the circumstances under which cases can be laid and creating incentives for schools to push an accelerated timeline. That would play into the University of Arizona's hand, and limiting the grounds on which schools can appeal penalties from the broader abuse discretion standard to the move to narrow determination, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, 3 of these things are good for the University of Arizona. That the NCAA has figured out the IARP has been absolutely an abysmal failure, that Arizona self-reported and gave themselves some significant self-imposed penalties, and the fact that this thing has taken so long It's almost a black eye. And in reality, Arizona's been serving some kind of penalty, whether significant or not, for more than just about everybody else with all these, along with the other schools that have been stuck under this IARP boondoggle.
And you know what, Rich? If the NCAA was smart, they
which
would
they're not.
This, okay, but let's just let them get smart for just half a second. Let them get smart. Take this as an opportunity to print up T-shirts. At the top, it'll say NCAA. At the bottom, it'll say NIL, and it'll say now it's legal. And donate all the money, the proceeds from that, to the best cause ever, wherever it happens to be, whatever somebody deems. And the NCAA will then look like geniuses because when they talk about boosters, they're going to interview boosters. Please, so let's stop with that. Phil Knight, for instance, in Nike, he's a great booster if you ask all the Oregon people, and really. This is interesting.
Yeah, I mean, well, think about this. Hey, listen, the NIL stuff has gotten so crazy. High school kids have NIL deals. I mean, wait till
the eighth grade kid who can dunk gets an NIL deal.
It's coming. All right. Anyway, that's breaking news. We'll have more on that as it goes. Go ahead.
Let me give you U of A news here real quick, okay? Because Phil, you can stop doing dishes for a second there. Take a break.
What are you doing, Phil? Phil, come on, pay attention here.
Take a break here. Phil,
okay. Did we bore you enough? Wait a minute, hold on. Phil, did we bore you enough that you started doing housework?
No. I'm good.
Okay. Next thing you know, he's going to start vacuuming during the show.
Never mind.
Is it somebody else doing dishes?
Yes.
Okay, as long as it's somebody else doing dishes, not you, that's okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Phil used to sell soda.
I was going to say, be careful.
At the stadium, he sold soda at the stadium. Phil, that was probably back in the late '60s, maybe.
Yes,
late '60s.
That's true. I was a soda hawker, and it was a great way at that time you could make a cool $20 a night. You did have to deal with drunk frat boys once in a while.
Sorry.
Sorry.
But Phil also, I think Phil and you. Phil, you got to correct me on this one, or help clear it up. Was T-Bell, and T-Bell was as a kid growing up. Again, I'm younger, okay, than Phil, but T-Bell for me was like he was the first wide receiver who I thought walked on water. And wasn't T-Bell in one of your PE classes or something?
No, that was Eric Money, but T-Bell was in my biology. By biology.
Hey, I'll be back. Okay. You guys just talk amongst yourselves.
Okay. So T-Bell was in my biology. Well, I don't think I can tell you this story.
This is the history. Right this is the history that we want the people in Tucson to understand. And if you want to, tell Dragon Ball, tell them, say, hey, cue it up. Folks, 520-621-CATS. Let's do this and get out there and support the team.
520-621-CATS. Here's my prediction. Hear me now and understand me later, okay? When the U of A all of a sudden explodes, and the next thing you know,
what do you want to do for
they're
supper?
Sitting at 7-2.
No, go ahead. No, Phil and Paul are doing the show right now. I just wanted to see what you want to do for supper. Do you want me to bring something home? You want to go have dinner? We can go to Mr. Ong's, or what do you want to do? Well, I mean, whatever.
Rich, that's.
Well, hold on a second.
I guess I deserve it. I'm a new guy here.
I'm talking to my wife right here. Hold on. You guys just carry on. Go ahead.
Okay,
so anyway, no, it's Paul in Phoenix. He's a VIP caller. We let him do whatever he wants. So today he decided he wanted to talk to his brother Phil. I know. Why you told me the other day how much you like when Paul in Phoenix calls in. So
let me talk about it. Paul, do you remember when I was on the video board at the old stadium?
I remember on the video board. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I paid that bill already.
It's interesting. Hey, Rich. So yeah.
Okay. All right.
Rich, I do have a question for you.
Riggs, anyway,
a serious question.
He's going to Tokyo.
He's coming back.
I'm talking to my wife.
He's coming back.
Oh, are they still on the air? I didn't even know we were still doing a show.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Phil's got a question.
Honey, I gotta go. No, Rigney told me he's going to Japan. He's going to Tokyo on Monday the 5th. Yeah, no, we'll figure out how to get him in the airport. Anyway, I gotta go. Bye. I love you too. Okay. No, I love you. I promise I love you. Okay, bye.
I love you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Were you guys talking? I figured it was a Paul and Phil show for a minute.
No. Did he just tell us that he loves us?
I love both of you.
Do you think the football stadium security? Do you think they'll allow a fishing pole into the stadium?
I think you'd probably. Oh, because you guys want to be the fishermen. Because I told Jeb like that, and he smiled. He goes, "That's pretty cool." I think if you don't have, I think if you don't have lures on it,
no lures, nothing like that. Oh, come on now.
Yeah, just a regular fishing pole. I think you might get away with it. I think though, if you just have the fishing gear, maybe you bring the net that you use to scoop the fish up. That would work.
That would work. Okay, we've got the net because we need to fish up a whole lot of supporters for
and you guys are section 25, right?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, I like the fact that Section 25 has their own little thing going. So if you get the fishermen going, I think that's going to be cool.
Oh, we've got more than that going, Rich. We've been doing for a number of years. We've got our own little chants going and the whole thing. We're into it. Well, after every first down, we all stand up, as many as people who want to participate, and it seems to pick up momentum as the game gets closer, as the season gets better, and we just basically stand up and announce that it's a first down. We go 1, 2, 3, first down, and we'll get. What do you think, Phil?
We get
a couple hundred people standing up at any given point,
and then of course, then the PA system guy does it. It's like
so he's copying your swagger, then, right?
Exactly. But okay,
why don't you guys
I'm going to leave you guys with this. I'm going to leave you guys with this because Rich probably needs to get to break. But Rich, we talked about special teams. We're going to talk real quick. I know that the punt and kick return guys. We can talk about that tomorrow. Let's talk about defense. On Thursday, let's talk about offense, and on Friday, it's all about game day. Okay?
All right, don't forget, the Paul and Phil show will be heard weekly here on Wildcats Radio 1290. It'll also be part of our pregame show.
I love you too,
beginning
honey.
at 8 o'clock.
Thank you so much for letting me barge in. Paul, thank you for letting me barge in. You guys are the best, and I look forward to a football season.
And by the way, Rich, I'm going to tell you this. One other thing that Dave Hickey didn't mention.
What's that?
San Diego State, they are excited, of course, about being on national TV because they haven't been on national TV since 1979 on one of the big networks. Not the 411 network, but the big network.
That's why Paul is a VIP caller, and I drop whatever I'm doing to talk to him.
That's why Paul should continue to be a VIP.
What about you, Phil?
I'm out of here. Bye.
Phil will be trust me, during the season, he'll be a VIP caller.
Did Phil just hang up on me?
He did. I think he's out.
Phil just dropped the mic.
Hey, guys, what am I supposed to say to you before I hang up?
How have I lost complete control of this radio show, Dragon Ball? I mean, just here we go.
But I'm supposed to say what? What am I supposed to say when I leave?
I don't know. I mean, I've never been a guest on the Paul show.
Well, Rich, Dragon Ball, I'm going to say bear down. And people of Tucson, again, I'm going to say it one more time. 520-621-CATS. 2287.
I just snorted on the radio.
Make it happen.
I just snorted on the radio. I just snorted. Paul, I love you. Get out of here.
Bear down, guys. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.
I don't know how you top. I don't know how you top that. That's going to be pretty tough.
Oh yeah, that'll be tough.
Lamont Hundley, he joins us next. He's our Arizona insider. He makes his debut 5 o'clock every weekday. We bring in a different insider. Today, it's Lamont Hundley. Tomorrow, Brian Jeffries, Roxy Bernstein coming up on Thursday, and then Glenn Howell on Friday as we get you ready for Arizona taking on San Diego State.
Exclusively on Wildcats Radio. This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it. Drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for 2. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak. Driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home. And the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins. Throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three. Blocked again by Koloko. Follow grabs it. It's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff. It is good. Backfield and drop. No gain. Loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry. Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins. Throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three. Blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it. It's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way. Out to Tabellas. Down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
4th down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on 4th down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's hot! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the field. ASU with the ball, down by 11, 3 have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his 3rd foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like one driving down that was from midcourt. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Matherin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's a huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berrios. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
No, my boy, you're just in time.
Each weekday, Wildcats Radio 1290 brings you all the latest news and opinions on Wildcats football and the Pac-12.
So bear down, Tucson, and let's talk Arizona football. Our Arizona Insiders are brought to you by Coors Light, official corporate sponsor of Arizona Athletics. Chill on, Wildcats. Here is your host, Rich Herrera.
It's 5 o'clock on a Tuesday here on Wildcats Radio 1290, which means it's time for our Arizona Insiders. They're brought to you by Coors Light. We are debuting an Arizona Insider that is probably as well known as any Arizona alumni that ever played at Arizona Stadium. The Hundley brothers are synonymous with Arizona football, and Lamont Hundley came to Tucson from Virginia, stayed here. He liked it so much, became a local businessman, 37-plus years. He's been involved in the community, the owner of Arizona Health, Does so much charity work. And, of course, Arizona Health, a big sponsor of the Jetfish Radio Show. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome today's insider, Lamont Hundley, joining us here on Wildcats Radio 1290. Lamont, welcome to the 1290 family officially. It is awesome to have you part of the station.
Well, I'm honored, Rich. I listen to your show quite a bit, and I call in quite a bit myself, and I'm honored to be a part of it as far as giving, my 2 cents that I have to offer with this game of football and the love that I have for my university, particularly my football team.
Absolutely. Let's get into it. Let's get quickly into it right now. A couple things I want to run by you. Number one, I asked this of Johnny Nansen. I asked this of Brendan Carroll today. I want to ask this of you. How important is it for the Wildcats to get off to a good start this season? I mean, last year it took a while before the fellows were able to sing Bear Down. I just think as I look at this season, they have to get off on a good foot in this game against San Diego State.
Well, I think it's very important that, and when you say get off on a good start, the way I look at it, I think it's very important that they win this game, period. There's no more sympathy here in regards to, they went over, they play competitively. I think it's very important that we get out and we set the standards now. We set the standards because it's very important because of the fact that we got 2 home games just right around the corner. 2 very important home games is right around the corner. And when I say that, I think it's important that we set the standard as winners so we can get people to come out. People want to see winning football teams. They want to see winning football games. So if we can have a very impactful win in San Diego Stadium, their brand-new opening stadium, we got Tucson, our football program will have Tucson back where they need them to be. And that's rallied around them again as far as knowing that there's a winner on the horizon. So I think it's important that we win and not just go out there and compete.
I'm glad you said that because as I look at the season, the way it lays out, if you come away with some early wins in this season, you're going to pick up some momentum because the middle part of the schedule is as difficult as anybody else is going to face in college football. So I think you're 100% right. You've got to come away with a W early on against San Diego State just to set yourself up for some momentum and to get the guys to buy into all this hard work. I was talking with one of the players today, Jalen Harris, and he said, the difference between this year and last year is, going into this first game, we expect to win. Last year, we were hoping we could compete. We were hoping we can go out there. He goes, no, we expect to win this week against San Diego State.
And you see, that's beautiful. When you can get your team to buy into the fact of expecting to win and not just to show up and compete, they expect to win. And those are some of the key players that I think is important that has that type of attitude. That Harris kid, I think by far, he's by far the most shining player that's on the defensive side of the ball. If you get a leader like that stepping up and sharing that with the rest of your players that's on that defensive unit on that side of the ball and expecting to win and go in with that attitude, the rest of those guys are going to follow him. So I applaud that kid if that's what he said, and that's true leadership there. That's showing true leadership and true grit. And now you got a kid who's been here before. You got a kid that's got in the deep of his belly what it felt like being beat so bad on that football field against San Diego State last year. So now he's expecting to win this game, and I love it. I think that's the right attitude to have, and that's the attitude that the rest of us, of the players, has to have. I look across the board, watching practice and watching the demeanor of different players. There's a few players that has that, attitude towards themselves. And not only, at the start of things, they expected to do well in practice. They expect to, shine in the scrimmage game. So now they're going to take that to the next level and expect to beat their opponent. So if we have that, then that's the right culture that Coach Fisher's been putting in front of these kids for the last few weeks here, or last few months, I should say. That's the culture that's being placed. Because right now we've had this losing culture too long around our university. Now we got some kids that's coming from high school programs that won all the time. They don't know what it's like to lose. So hopefully they have that same attitude just as well.
Because I walk around and I see swagger. I look at Jalen Harris. He's got a completely different demeanor than I saw last year. We know what Christian Roland Wallace is all about. One of my favorite players is Christian Young, and he and I go back and forth, which is better, Texas football or California football. But that kid's a winner, and I see these guys walking around with their head held a lot higher than I did last year.
Yeah, and I see the same thing just as well, Rich. In regard, and they showing themselves a little more pride as far as walking away from practice and crossing the street, going back and forth from Low Stevens to the practice field, and even in the public. You see them out and about in the public. For a team to just win one game, and just to hopefully change the attitude that we got to do something not only for ourselves, but we also got to do something for our community here. This is very shameful. I think also they are taking on the demeanor of some of the characteristics, especially on the defensive end. Of the Larry Smith teams, my teams, of the Dick Tomey teams, the defense is taking on some of those characteristics and some of that philosophy, that we always felt and we always did as a football team, especially on defense. And one of the number one thing, we always ran to the football. We got around the football all the time and create turnovers. And that's the mindset now. The ball belongs to them, and they want to be hungry and get to that ball. And not only get to the ball one person at a time, but 11 heads on the ball to create more turnovers and more controversies and force guys to not really want to come out there and compete against them. I think Johnny and of course Ricky and Chuck and all of those guys are doing a phenomenal job as far as teaching these kids up to believe, as on the defensive end, I must say, to believe that you're a winner when it comes to playing defense here at the University of Arizona. And we kind of light in the shorts a little bit as far as in some positions. But there are some positions that I think it will compete in the Pac-12 with anyone else. I mean, I think up front we're very strong, and I love our corners. So now if you can get those kids to gel and work and make things happen, create turnovers, and again, a game of football defense is quite easier to become as one unit than maybe offense. But I think we head that way and allowing our offense to come along.
Okay, so when you're watching the game, and by the way, this is our Arizona Insider every Tuesday. Lamont Hundley will be joining us, the proprietor of Arizona Health. It's all brought to you by Coors Light. Lamont, when you watch the game, do you watch it from the defensive side of the ball or do you watch it from the offensive side of the ball?
I over my years, I've learned to watch the game completely all the way around.
Okay.
Because it means the fact, as far as being a defensive-minded person, I had always stuck myself out in knowing what the defense was doing, just naturally. But I kind of forced myself to start looking at certain things on the other side of the ball, and it kind of allow you to see it, from inside out and respect it a little more, because the fact that you kind of know what's going to happen before, the ball might even be snapped. Certain situations of stands or type of setup that they're doing offensively or defensively. I mean, it's a nice little chess game that you can play in your head by yourself, so to speak.
Okay, well, help me with this. Help me with this. Okay, so as I learned to watch film, Booger McFarland, my old partner, taught me. He said, first thing we look for is cover one, cover two. Do I got one deep safety, two deep safeties? And then if they're going to put a man in motion, I'm going to look to see, are they in man or are they going to rotate a zone? So that's what I look at before the pre-snap. As a defensive player, what do you look pre-snap to see what the offense is doing?
Well, as far as a defensive player, some of the first things that the number one thing I'm gonna look at my personnel. If I'm in the huddle, I'm looking out as far as what personnel coming into the game, because the majority of the time, the personnel is going to dictate to you what type of play is going to take place, run or pass. Quite simple. Okay. And as far as having that understanding of your personnel and having that understanding way before the game actually start, learning that as far as practice-wise, that personnel is going to kind of tell you that, if they come heavy with two tight ends, 90% of the time it's going to be a run, okay? Mm-hmm. If they got one back and, three wide receivers, again, 90% of the time it's going to be a pass play. Okay, and so you're looking at that personnel, and that personnel going to dictate as far as what type of play it's going to be. Now, as far as the alignment of receivers, I mean, you can see a receiver lining off the ball, on the ball, cross the ball, side to side stack or whatever, and that's going to predetermine the type of route that receiver probably going to run. Okay, and so you're going to take your mind and your eyes to that particular area, be it an outrun, be it a post run. So you take your eyes to that particular spot. Okay, and as far as a quarterback, the quarterback, he's going to come up to the huddle. He's going to observe the defense and look at the defense. And I guarantee you 90% of the time, that quarterback, he's going to look the first time where that ball is going, be it a run play or a pass play. He's going to look because he want to see exactly where the ball is going to go and if there's an opportunity for it to get there. Okay, so if they call like let's say a sweep to the right, he's just going to look what the landscape look like over there first, and then from there he's going to do the rest of his sessions of what he needs to do. So I mean, the game ain't that complicated. It really isn't. I always say the game of football is more or less, whoever get the ball get tackled. You put enough helmets around the ball and just tackle the individual with the ball. But, we sometimes, as far as coaches, coaches sometimes, they make it a little more complicated than what it is. And granted, you have to have the right personnel in order for it to be successful. So you put all those together, then you got a successful program.
Come on, you don't get this anywhere else. Folks, Tucson, you don't get that anywhere else other than right here with our insiders, because now I've got a defensive player to go along with my running back, Kelvin Efon, my tight end, Glenn Howell. Now I got a hard-nosed defensive player that knows how to get after the football. We have Arizona covered better than anybody else. Lamont, appreciate this opportunity to sit down. He's going to join us every Tuesday. We'll rotate some other people in every now and then again on Tuesday, but we're going to be able to talk football with you every Tuesday, 5 o'clock. Again, it's all brought to you by Coors Light. And again, Lamont, I will just tell you this as someone who was in Tucson, left for a number of years, came back, reconnected with you. The success that you've had in this community and how you've given back to this community that's opened up its arms to you and your entire family is something that I think all Wildcat fans can be excited about, be proud of. Your 37 years of business and all that you do for the community. I'm so happy to have you part of our team.
Hey, same here, man. And again, you've been a friend, Rich, and you already always embraced me and asked me to be a part of things. And, this is a no-brainer. I love the game of football, and I love quality people, and you hit all the boxes. You got it, brother.
All right. And as your dear friend, Julius Holt, would always remind you, right? We got to tell people how we care about them, right?
Yes, amen. We always got to let them know how much we care and we love about them, and extend it out every day. And we love you, Rich.
I love you. But I talked about this on the network the other day. I told the whole story to the country about Julius, and I just thought it was important. So I'm glad by doing this, we're also going to make sure we keep reminding everybody about his legacy during the football season.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be out there in San Diego. Quite a few of us are going to have 50 jerseys on as far as and representing him and honoring him as, and quite a few guys throughout the year are planning on doing that. And, just the other day I was just walking across the street, man, and, it just, he's unforgettable guy. I mean, I just felt it. I mean, I was walking in Union last night and he was right beside me. It just hit me. He was standing there right beside me, and then, and I get in there, it was like a big reunion because Vance Johnson was around, and Chuck and things like that. So it's beautiful how the game of football brought us all together as a group of people and allowed us to be old men and care for one another and love up on one another these days and time in life. And our big brother's going to be always watching over us. So
hallelujah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Lamont. We'll catch up with you next week.
You got it, brother.
All right, that's
you you got to stand over here.
I got to work. I got to work. We got to stand here and work, but we will check in with you.
Dude, that's a great spot. I mean, that's your spot. You should be in San Diego. What kind of crap is that?
They don't let me go anywhere. They don't trust me. They don't behave myself. But you go over there, have a great time, and I'll catch up with you next week.
All right, God bless you. Bye-bye.
All right, take care. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
Thanks to Coors Light for bringing you today's Arizona Insiders on Wildcats Radio 1290. Coors Light, official corporate sponsor of Arizona Athletics. Chill on, Wildcats. This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Mathurin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step to hand off. Into the backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out, the locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
Fourth down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on fourth down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's hot! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the board. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his third foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like one driving down. That was from mid-court. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Mathurin with the ball for the Wildcats. Mathurin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Mathurin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Mathurin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's
We're tied.
A huge shot for Ben Mathurin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Mathurin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon 5-man front, they shift, play fake, rolling right, McLeod looking to throw, going deep, down, trying to find Berryhill, makes the catch inside the 25-yard line, still loose inside the 15, first down Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball, he underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Brown will take the snap a yard deep in the end zone, straight back to throw, has some time, steps up in the pocket, the Wildcats have got him for a safety. Second safety Arizona has recorded this season. It's a 24-12 ball game, and the Cats will get the ball.
That's big
Fully
time.
on the field is a safety.
Yes, that's big time by Arizona. That time defense did a great job of just closing the pocket from the inside, and then the pressure on the outside by Abear, they just got him. They just got there.
100% Rich's idea and wasn't shoved down his throat by some corporate suit who told him he had to do it.
So here is today's list of things that belong on Rich's Mount Rushmore on Wildcats Radio 1290.
Time for the Mount Rushmore because I really, really, really love this portion of the program.
You do.
I do.
You do.
Okay, you know what? I got a Mount Rushmore, but it's not sports today.
Oh, boy.
It's my 4 biggest pet peeves of when I go out to dinner.
Okay.
You should know this as a former host. Where were you a host?
I was a host over at Chili's.
Right, you were the host. So, folks, if you ever went to a Chili's, where was it?
Over on West Valencia.
Over on West Valencia, and you saw a guy sweating on your menu. It was Dragon Ball.
I made sure not to sweat on the menus. I mostly sweated on the empty dishes that I helped pull off.
So he had this big...
It was a wristband that I moved up to my forearm that I would use to go ahead and wipe off sweat in situations where we were very packed, very busy, you know, Valentine's Day, holidays, footballs, Sundays, whatever it happened to be.
Because everybody knows the sign of a good restaurant is a sweaty maitre d'.
The maitre d' that makes sure that everyone's getting sat and they're not waiting 20 minutes to get a table.
Did the waiters sweat?
No. They weren't moving as fast as I was. They couldn't afford to.
So last night we went to dinner. And I had the worst service ever. I won't tell you where we went, but it sucked.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sitting there. Okay, first of all, I hate the fact that now nobody uses cash. Everybody pays with a card. Like, I don't even know if I've had cash in my pocket for a year now.
I think at this point we just have moved on from cash.
But then when I go buy, like I go eat at a restaurant, not even a restaurant, like a takeout place, and I go up and I order at the counter, and then I wait for them to hand me my food so I can shuffle off to a table and eat, and I use my card, they're now asking me to tip. You're not waiting on me. You're just simply taking my order and handing my food, and then I go sit down myself. You're not bringing me food. Why do I have to tip at that point? And then if you don't, they look at you like cheapskate. Should you tip when you go to a counter service restaurant?
I mean, the tip is going to the general staff. It's not necessarily going to
the general staff.
Like this, the tip is split between everybody.
Not anywhere I ever worked.
Well, again, you're not talking about over the counter like.
There's one dude there. But what did he do that I should tip him?
I mean, did he not make the food?
No, he's the guy standing there at the register. He's not the cook.
Well, he probably does the cleaning and everything else like that.
But what is that? How is he serving? A tip means to ensure proper service.
It ensures the fact that you're sitting down at the table.
Really? You think you should tip? This might be our text question of the day. Should you tip for counter service? I think not.
Like, if you're going in to eat and you're going to enjoy the food in the spot, then yes.
So should I tip at McDonald's?
If you're in the drive-thru, no.
If I'm sitting at the counter?
If you're eating in the again, restaurant in closed quotations here.
No.
But if you're eating in the McDonald's, then yeah.
Okay, who's busting the table? I am. Who delivered the food? I did. I should tip myself.
Well, did you mop up the spill of Coke from the last person?
No, because I didn't spill.
Oh, but from the last person who sat at the same table you sat at.
5 years ago, would you even think of tipping somebody at a service counter?
No, because 5 years ago, as far as I remember, based on history, they were still taking the cards and using the little presses. They didn't have
now they do. Okay, go ahead and just pop on there, and then they turn and they look at you and they go, 15, 20, 22% tip. I'm like, dude, you didn't do anything to help me. Really? You think we should tip in counter restaurants? I'm not cheap. I over-tip.
If you're going to eat...
I always tip 20%.
If you're going to eat in the restaurant, I think that would be at least nice.
No. All right, this is subject for tomorrow's program.
Sure.
This is subject for tomorrow's program. You're crazy.
I'm sure I am. I'm here.
And if you're a waiter and you mention something like, hey, you can order all you want as long as the tip's okay. A good waiter never mentions his gratuity to his customers. That's rude.
Okay.
No?
I agree with that.
All right, here's my 4 pet peeves. I got to get to these real quick.
Right.
Waiters who call you boss. When I sit down, you walk up, hi, my name's Rich. I'm going to be your server today. Thanks for coming in. I hate the kids who go, what's up, boss? It's passive aggressive. You hate your job, and you're going to let me know that you're just there, but you're not going to listen to what I have to say.
I don't agree. I think that's a gender neutral term, just like folks. I don't address people as
boss,
sir or ma'am or anything like that.
That's
I just say
disrespectful.
Folks. I just say folks.
Folks is fine. Hi, folks. My name is Rich. I'm going to be your waiter today.
If you're by yourself and you're sitting,
I think that's good.
Yeah.
But when somebody walks up, the waiter goes, "Hey, what's up, boss?"
Yeah. If that's the thing is if you're by yourself and you're eating alone, then it's like, okay, how you doing, boss?
No. Am I giving you a 1099? Did you fill out a W-99? Are you my
but you're going
employee?
to help somebody fill out theirs, depending on how you tip at the end.
No, that's rude. Counter service. People who don't greet you or say thank you. You know what? If I'm going through the drive-thru, just say thank you for spending my hard-earned money in your drive-thru.
I can agree with this.
Okay, number 3 on my list: waiters who give the credit card to the gentleman, even though the woman handed her her credit card. Oh, you want to get my wife mad? Present the bill.
You're saying this not in regards to the credit card itself. You're talking about like the card holder.
The return. So they bring us the bill. Often my wife will go, here, I got it, because our money's all interchanged.
Right.
Like, for all I know, she could be embezzling half of our money to run off to Belize.
Careful now.
I wouldn't put it past her. She lives with me. You would too if you were married to me.
Yeah.
But so she'll hand her credit card to pay her ATM card, her debit card. Mm-hmm. And when they come back, they automatically hand it to me. Oh, that's going to make her mad. My biggest one is I walk through the restaurant to go to my table, waiters and waitresses who cut me off.
If no one's saying to your left or behind or anything like that, then yes, I agree. Other times it's just sometimes you got the blinders on and you got to get a big table up.
I am the customer. Treat me as such.
I get you.
I worked at fine dining establishments.
Well, Chili's is not fine dining.
Oh no, I worked at steakhouses.
It was fine dining when I was there.
Oh no, it was quick serve, QSR, quick serve restaurant.
It was fine dining when I was there. You want to know why? Because I made sure everybody got sat and they got their dining in a fine amount of time.
No, I waited places where, like in the 1980s, I would make on a Friday night, I'd make about $200 a night in tips.
That's not bad.
Oh, I was rolling. And then I'd go out drinking, and I'd wake up in the morning with no money, go to the bar and go, hey, you forgot to pay your tab.
That's how they do it. That's how they get you.
All right,
that's
coming
how they
up,
get you.
Best of the program. Our conversation with Dave Hickey's coming up next.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.